So I don't think anything's going to go on with TikTok as far as like, you know, the ban and stuff. I feel like it's going to go till like 11:59. Someone's going to swoop in, and I'm seeing it like upgrade, and I'm hearing this like tick 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 tick, like it's upgrading. There's something's going on with it. It's going to shift and change, and then we'll get, you know, like an agreement. Do you agree to these terms and services or something? And then I'm seeing like, I don't even know how to explain it really, but it's like a lot of things shifting, changing, updating with it, or you know, it gets extended, type of thing. But I feel like, if I'm not even gonna speak it, but we'll leave it there. And you know, you can do the not on my timeline thing, and I am on Red Note, you know, under Ella Sky. So if you'd like to, you know, follow me over there. The stuff has been so funny with the Red Note videos. Oh, I've been laughing so hard this week at all that stuff. Take my data. I just, you know, leave the app, you know. And then like the Chinese spy stuff, the videos of like, I'm gonna miss you, and it's like, I mean, I can't. The videos all week have been so freaking funny. The strange thing is, right before this happened, my son and I had a conversation. You know, we were going to make a supply run, and we're talking about learning Mandarin. Right before all this Red Note stuff happened, we're like, we should learn Mandarin. It's kind of been on the list through the years, but it was like, you know, that would be you know, helpful to learn. And then it was like the next day, all this Red Note stuff came up, and everyone's like, learning Mandarin, learning Mandarin. I'm like, okay, this week though? I don't know if I was mentally prepared to, like, you know, take in more information, you know, that it's already trying to get in. But anyway, so some of the stuff, you're gonna see people on different timelines witnessing different things. You know, people may have videos of like the same place and it's two different things occurring, and this is the timelines merging, and then the negative stuff drops off, and your default is like negative stuff, you know, not on my timeline. You keep your vibe high, you are the magnet. So one thing I heard all last week was be still and know that I'm God. And to me the message felt like, not to interfere in certain timelines, not to send energy or do certain things, let them play out the way they're supposed to. And because it's a balance of like doing and being, and the doing comes from the being, like the intuitive work, the meditations, the stillness, and listening to God, connecting with God, and just being still and letting things play out and not intervening or interceding in certain timelines as to like not affect destinies and things. You know, there are people that, you know, want to take part in certain things, and so some people are like, well, are the timelines merging or splitting? Both. They're all merging, and you can see that, you know, that happens with all the, you know, people show up out of left field that you haven't seen in months, and you're like, wow, this is weird. Like, there they all are. Or there are ones that you won't see for a while, and you'll see all new people. So it's like you just joined on their timeline, or they just joined on ours, or, you know, they're all merging, and then lower frequency stuff drops off. That's why, you know, the default is always raise your vibration, you know, get back to peace, get back to stillness, get back to, you know, joy frequencies and things like that, faith, you know, things like that, as far as like trusting, you know, trusting the creator's inside of you, but it's trusting the process and things like that. But it's doing what you love, what you enjoy. You guys know how to vibe up, right? So you magnetize to the higher frequency experiences. When you do that, the problems drop off, right? So it's just, if you think of that on a bigger scale, you know, so, and all the worker bees that are here, you're taking in all the, you know, whatever negative stuff and transmuting it. Not quite as much now, thankfully. You know, it feels like a lot of people have landed on 5D. The ones who are, it's already here, but the ones that are, you know, there are a million timelines here, like sub-timelines and things like that, but they have entered into that, and that experience, the higher, and they know because they feel peaceful. Like, the fear is gone, the worry is gone. Like, I'm at a point where I'm like, whatever, you know, not in a bad way, but just in a, I'm at peace knowing, like, just whatever, I'm gonna enjoy my life and, you know, all that. So there's an interesting piece that goes with it, and just allowing, you know, things to, work out how they should. So that's one way to know. And if you're not feeling that, then reach for it. Okay. Create it in your life on purpose. Meditate on things like that. Do the mantras. Do the affirmations of, not just I feel peace, but I am peace, right? Because you're going to vibrate at that rate as peace, and then you will create peaceful circumstances. So some other stuff that's come up has been, I feel like there's going to be a huge split. I'm looking at a split in the earth, like a big crack. Could be lower timeline stuff. I'm not entirely sure yet, but this looks like could be like an earthquake, could be like a shaking, and then a splitting. I keep seeing that, like a big crack. So in the earth. So some interesting things too. Some places that have come up. Chicago is coming up incessantly. So I feel like there may potentially be some shit that may go down in Chicago. Could be lower timeline stuff, like just observing, things. Chicago, New York City, San Francisco, and just different things getting some, like I'm pinging off of these places, but could be lower frequency stuff that we're going to observe some things that, might be tough. In this, there are going to be some things that are going to be tough to observe. And, prayer works, and if you feel guided to, and energy, sending energy and things like that, NC, I feel like those people should just get out of there. I've had that ongoing feeling of just get out of there. Stop trying to rebuild there. Stop trying to force it. Stop trying to, just get out of the way. There's some, I know that's easier said than done, and man, that's a whole, I know. But that one, I feel like just get out of there. But not everybody can. Believe me, it's a whole thing, but it's just a feeling I have. I feel like California, lower timeline stuff, a lot going on there. So like I said, default is raise your frequency, keep it high and positive, and things like not on my timeline. It's important what you say yes and no to right now, because that will determine, certain things that you allow in your experience. Also, people are hearing like what sounds like, trumpets in the sky. There is one hell of a battle going on up there, and a clearing of, to make way for. And also, just like any other type of manifesting, you hold the frequency and then you wait for the universe to catch up. So with this is like we're holding the frequency, waiting for the timelines to catch up. So they're recalibrating. And every time we have these like tons of light coming in, and all these solar flares and all this stuff, solar storms and things like that, everybody jumps. Like everyone clears out the stuff, they get pissed and they get angry and they, get the stuff out of them, the negative stuff, and then the bag of bricks, and for other people too. And then we do like these cleanses, and then we go through a big, it's gonna feel like pressure cooker, oh, it's really frustrating. And then we start to like really elevate and get rid of the negative stuff, and then go through these big like jumps, right? But anytime you're manifesting, even anything you're trying to manifest, if you're starting here and you got to get here, just like ascension, you got to clear out what's in the way between here and here, and so we're all kind of lifting each other and working together and networking, and it's kind of like relay or something, where it's like we're working together and pass it to the next person, and but we're all lifting each other up, right? And grabbing people who are of light and lifting them up. Ones that are not aware of what's going on, they're becoming aware. Okay, but there are still some that may not be, people and animals, things like that, that we elevate, but the timelines are catching up. So it's going to look wonky at times. So your job is get up, stay up. Get up, hold the light, hold that frequency as long as you can. Then sleep a little bit, hold the frequency. Make sure you're hydrating. This is end game, so it's like the end of the marathon. So be very good, a lot of self-care, things like that. Okay, I'll leave you with that for now. Love you guys.